What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another vlog. So today I am finally outside of the office. I'm actually gonna go take care of some errands that I need to do for my brother, and we are gonna go on an appointment. So far nothing really eventful this morning, other than the fact that I sent out some text messages and getting some replies here and there. Nothing of real value. Also finally got the HUD for my house up in Cherryville, the flip that I've had forever. Finally gonna close on that tomorrow, thank God. Can't wait to do it because I have hated dealing with that house, and also hated dealing with the attorney. And I hope he's watching this video so I can tell him how much he sucks, but I won't mention him by name. Just to give you guys an idea why I hate them so much, or I shouldn't use the word hate. Hate is a very strong word. Why I wouldn't do business with this law firm again is a simple fact is they don't understand wholesaling at all, and they think I'm a criminal and a scammer, and they have conveyed that to the original owner of the house. They actually had to bring her in because he wouldn't use my power of attorney. He was just overstepping his boundary way too far, calling me a criminal, a scam artist, a scammer, misleading people, whatever it is that, these non-knowledgeable attorneys say. Now, I think he's just mad because he ain't making no money and his office is run down and it looks like crap. And, he's just not, I guess he's not in the investing world. He doesn't understand how that works. And probably pissed off because the attorney who did all the paperwork for me has like 6 offices, and he's got this one rundown office that he's been doing business out of for 20 years. Which is cool. He can stay there. I don't need him running around here with more offices, misleading people into believing that, wholesalers are scammers or whatever else, wholesaling is illegal. So forget about him. Anyway, enough of my rant. I wanted to put that out there because he's been pissing me off for like the past 4 days and basically just running his mouth. But it is what it is. You're going to come across people who think they know it all and they don't know 2 cents. So let's get out of here. I'm going to go start this errand, and that way we can go on appointment. I got about another hour or 2 before we go on an appointment. So catch you guys in a little bit.
Out of breath. Sorry.
No, you good. Don't worry about it.
Mercy. You'll find out one of these days.
You got that right.
They tell me that all the time. How long has it been empty?
Since 2012.
Oh, yeah? You don't want to rent it out? Oh, yeah.
You'll see. The rest of it. Just here. Actually, been used.
Great.
Actually, as you see, I needed it for some storage and there's nothing wrong with this floor. It's brand new. I just got that down so I can protect it. So, now I told Alex that ceiling's had to be replaced in the back
Great.
where it leaked, but the leaks are stopped.
You said, do you need any of this stuff in here, or you want to get
Oh
this
yeah, I've got a lot of stuff I bought
stuff? Okay.
since she died,
Okay.
and so yeah, he told me y'all take care of that if I need you to.
Yeah.
I told you, I've had a rough time with it, trying to make up my mind whether I want to sell it or not.
So trust me, it's a heavy decision to
It
make.
is. I grew up here.
Oh, you did?
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
My mom and dad built this house in '48,
Oh, wow.
and I was 10 months old. So
That's amazing.
I told him there's That's got to be patched.
That's,
And of course, it's got to be painted.
I mean, that's normal. That's
And
normal
the
wear and tear.
carpets needs. These are hardwood floors under here, all
Yeah.
over it. So, but anyway,
The funny thing is, this is an older style carpet, but
Yeah.
it's in good shape.
well, you see, it's got some. Can be stretched back out, but
Color's not fashionable anymore.
I had those chairs covered, or Mama did, way back when. The little seat and the chair. That ain't fashionable no more either.
It's good furniture though.
Yeah.
Really good. It's hard to find.
Well, all this I bought since then. When I see a bargain. The closets are full.
Yeah.
But my mom's, she went through, my dad died in 2008. And she did go through between 8 and 12 and go through all of his stuff, and she gave a bunch away and gave me a bunch of stuff. But anyway, I can't breathe with these dang things.
I know.
I know.
And,
Trust me.
But I just had my vaccine yesterday,
Okay, good.
and I was
good.
tested, so you got nothing to worry
Good,
about.
good,
But
good.
I haven't been around anybody that's been exposed, so you guys are good too.
yeah, so, but anyway, so as you saw in the front bedroom back there,
Mhm.
all that stuff's laying on the bed. Well, all those pictures are mine.
Mhm.
I just didn't know where to put them. There's over 100 in there.
I can
Pair of
imagine.
shoes?
No, pictures.
Oh, 100
Pictures.
pictures. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, artwork.
Mm.
And that big booger there,
I know, that thing is huge.
it
Oh,
is.
dang. Who did that?
Somebody painted it.
It looks amazing.
Golly.
At first I was like, oh, this is a reproduction. I was like, oh, wait, no, it's not.
No, it's oil.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's an old painting.
It's-
My mom paints
Jesus.
oil, so
Really?
yeah, that's how I know.
That's
Damn, that's nice.
It's incredible.
Hall of Doors. They tell me was the name of it.
Who?
Hall of Doors.
All the doors, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where it's at. But
That's nice.
It looks interesting.
brand new, they tell me it sold for $7,000.
Really?
And then
Might be worth something now.
it was priced at $3,500
Mm-hmm.
when I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched it for over a year. And finally they closed the business. And I got it for less than $1,000.
Dang.
Nice.
So
I know somebody.
But-
did that
heavy.
stuff. Is it really?
It looks
Yes,
like
sir.
Yeah.
Too big on men to
Yeah.
haul it in here.
Yeah, that's the type of painting that you gotta find the studs for.
That's nice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's nice.
I have another one at my house that's almost that big.
Really?
Not quite. But I didn't have anywhere to hang it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things you see and you say, well, that's a good
I
buy.
mean, it was a good deal.
That's a good buy, yeah.
It's a good deal.
That's 2,000. You said it was.
How long have you had it for?
A year.
A year? How old is it?
I have no idea.
Mm.
If you can find
The
the
lady that had it, they said, lived in Belmont,
Mm-hmm.
and her foyer was 2-story,
Oh,
and it was hanging in the foyer, and the stair balcony,
yeah.
it was hanging below that. And she had to go to a rest home. And so she put it in the pickers in, you know where Kramer's is?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she put it down there to sell it as consignment. So, and then of course that she sold her house. So, but I saw it and I couldn't walk away. It's just something that you feel like you can just walk down the hall.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like he can walk down there right now.
So when my aunt got sick, the other house over there, that's my house next door, and then I live. And then my mother's sister and her husband lived in the house below me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And, well, shoot, my mind just went. Forgot what I was going to say.
I hate when that happens.
Gosh, crazy. Oh, Lord.
Especially when I look in the fridge for some reason. I'm like, what did I come here for?
Definitely. Well, maybe I'll think of it again.
Yeah. It's nice paint though.
It is.
Lord. Yes, just one of those.
Is that where it was hanging at?
No.
I'm about to-
That was. Well, I'll show you when we go out the back door. When I first moved away from home, back then, there was such a thing called swag light. And it's a chain that goes up and hangs. It comes over and hangs, and then the light hangs down.
Oh, and you,
Well, it's out there in the den.
oh, okay.
Well, anyway, when I first moved from home, which was in 70, I had one. And so whenever I bought that house, it was in 71, I didn't have anywhere to put it. And I was going to get rid of it. And Mama says, well, I need one beside my bed. Because that's what I was going to do. Her bed was here.
Oh, right here.
Okay.
Yeah. So when my aunt something happened, and my uncle, she was 92 when she died, and my uncle was 92 when he died. They died about a year apart. But anyway, so she got to where she couldn't get out of bed, and so he fell up against her foot of her bed and broke it. It was a mahogany bed, kind of like that one in there, but it didn't have the tall posters. So rather than go out and buy one, I took the bed that was here, because my mom was already gone, and took it down there. So I had a place to sit that picture, even though I didn't hang it. I didn't want to put, Mom didn't, she put, well, all these she put up, but for years and years and years, she didn't put hang pictures. She didn't want holes in the wall. Well, that's how you keep stuff.
Yeah.
So, how many kids have you got?
I got 3 daughters.
Whoa!
Yeah.
You don't look old enough to have $3.
I'm gonna be 34 this year.
No, I don't have any kids.
Okay.
I'm goose egg right now.
All right. Well, I don't have any either, so that's okay.
Yeah.
So, how long you all been in business?
3 years now,
Three?
roughly.
That's about going on.
It's crazy how fast it's coming along, but I've been around real estate my whole life. I finally started doing stuff for myself. And then
That's good.
Good old Mike over here.
Yeah.
Yep.
How long's Alex been with you?
Alex is actually my brother.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He's been with me for a year now, though. So
Well, that's good. Yeah, he told me that he had lived over here,
yeah,
and your mother still lives here.
yeah, she still lives here. My grandmother lives over here too. I live.
Oh, really?
I live.
Oh,
I
do
live
you?
Too far. Yeah.
Okay. I like. There's a lot of places in I like.
Downtown looks beautiful now.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
It's incredible.
I love those little. You go on through town, past the park and the townhouses out there.
Yeah.
I love those things.
Yeah, those townhouses are nice.
Yeah.
Very
I wish they'd have done something around here like that, but they built that big place down there.
Yeah, the development down there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
It's like all the houses are like stacked up on top of each
see, I
other.
remember when that was a farm.
Used to be a farm, really? How long ago did they build that?
Like 15 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
maybe so. I've lived here all my life.
you did.
When Mom and Dad built this, there was a 2-story house across the street. And they rented an apartment in there when they first got married in the back of that 2-story house. And then when I was 10 months old, they built this house. And then we moved over here. Other than that, I don't know of anything it needs other than that ceiling patched in the one in the kitchen. I mean, living room patched.
When was the last time the plumbing was updated? You know about the plumbing?
They had it replumbed, the whole thing. I'm going to say late 80s.
Like 80s? What about the electric? Same thing?
I don't know about that. I don't know about the electric.
Okay.
And it, by the way, it's got electric baseboard heat too,
Oh, yeah?
as well as a gas pack.
Really?
They didn't use the electric baseboard heat because it costs too much. So I don't know. And I've had the roof, that one was patched, the back. The front is new,
Yeah.
down over the living room and over this bedroom.
Okay.
All that's new up to the point, whatever you call it. So anyway, I told him he wanted to know what I knew was wrong with it, so I didn't know anything else to tell him because nothing else is wrong that I know of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty structurally sound.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So,
Yeah, it's actually pretty amazing to see a house like this.
well, that's encouraging.
Yeah.
But I told Alex, I said, I've tried to decide whether I wanted to sell it or whether I wanted to paint it and fix it up and rent it. And yes, I know it needs Formica in there. But the cabinets, you won't find any.
Yeah, they don't make them like that.
They don't do it.
When do you think you might try to start renting it out?
I don't know. I told him I've had a rough time. It was okay when I helped her get daddy's stuff out, but getting her stuff out's different. So I said, it's just one of these days I just got to take the bull by the horns and do it.
Yeah.
So
What stopped you from doing that?
just the thoughts, I guess, because that'll be truly final.
Yeah.
Even though she's been gone 8 years,
Yeah.
it's still hard.
Yeah, I got you. I understand that.
It is.
We love our family. So.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. But it's
Yeah, the only thing I would say about renting is scary right now because of COVID.
well, that was another thing. I had gotten someone to come and give me an estimate on that house down there, and he told me between 10 and 15,000
Repair.
to fix it up and
Just get it right.
add a couple cabinets in the kitchen, and well, you'll see. But replace the carpet. He said he wouldn't fool with trying to redo the floors. Even though I know that's the thing now, hardwood floors instead of carpet.
Yeah. Sometimes.
I wouldn't put carpet.
Not in a rental.
I wouldn't put carpet in my house.
Oh, you're talking about
I took all the carpet out of my house,
Mm-hmm.
except the den. And I can't get the furniture moved to get it out. But anyway, plus paint it inside and out, and it's asbestos shingles
Oh, okay.
on the outside.
So you can't.
And he
remove
says,
that.
don't mess with that.
You do not.
You have to take the whole thing apart if you do. I mean, off. Anyway, put siding on the garage. I forgot what else. Oh, a couple windows, I think. He said, but anyway, he said run around 10 to 15,000 to do that. So I stopped because it was getting cold weather, the COVID, and I haven't done anything else.
And isn't it so crazy how things just turned at a drop of a hat?
Stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever be back like it was. I don't think so.
All right, so this morning I went out, helped my brother drop off this boat. After I finished with that, I flew over and went over to this appointment. And man, what a gem. This was absolutely surprising because I was actually expecting these houses to be in way worse condition. Now the cool thing is that both of these properties have been in his family for a very, very long time. One house was his mother's. They built the house, so they were original one owner. This is like buying a one owner car. It doesn't happen very often. So his parents actually built the home, lived in the home their whole lives, and died in the home. I think that's an incredible story. I love hearing stuff like that. And then the other home was purchased from his aunt. She lived in it forever, ended up dying in it. They bought it in the 70s. So really cool background on the house. I got to film some really good parts, such as what were the seller's pain points. This is really key of like what is going to make a wholesale deal work. What are the seller's pain points? So we got to hear a few of them, such as he does not want to be a landlord. Okay, number one. He doesn't really have the money to fix them. He's on a fixed income and he doesn't know what to do with them. So with those things happening in his life, the fact that he doesn't want to be a landlord, the fact that he doesn't know really what to do with it, what is he going to do with the property? He still doesn't even know. But what I could do now is I can guide him to where he needs to be. So what he wants for the property is a little bit higher than what I would pay for anything. But he's basing these numbers just kind of like shooting in the dark. Like, okay, I think I could get this. This might be what it's worth. He told me straight up he don't even know what it's worth. But at the same time, please don't insult him with a ridiculously low offer like, 10, 20,000, which is a ridiculously low offer. Right now, as is, I think I could offer him about 40, 50 per house. And I still don't think he'll take it, but he might take it on terms. What he decides to do is completely up to him. But I know that we were able to build enough rapport. We got to laugh with him, talk to him, and not so much focus only on the house itself, or the sale of the house, but we focused on, he had that painting on the wall. It was a huge painting. Saying how nice the property was. We want to build up. Oh my gosh, this house is is so beautiful. It's so interesting. So it was one heck of a nice house, and we wanted to convey that oh my gosh, this is such a nice house. Yes, it is dated and has a little bit of repairs that have to be done. This could be such a beautiful house like it used to be. That's where we want to convey in our, like, compliment the property while also pointing out the flaws, like, hey, this is like stepping back in time. And he laughed and he's like, yeah, but I know that this decor is not up to today's standards, which lets me know he's realistically thinking, hey, you know what, this house is outdated and it's gonna need some updating. That way, you can get a good amount of rent or resell it, whatever it is that might happen with it. Now, for the numbers that he does want, we might be able to make an owner financing deal work. So we're going to give him a few offers. We're going to give him a cash offer, that we're going to give him an owner financing offer, and we're going to give him another owner financing offer to see which one he'll take. I think he's going to go with the owner financing offer just because of a few things. Number one, he's going to be able to make more money. Number two, he's on a fixed income. So he's going to continually get an income every month, like being a landlord, without the hassle of being a landlord. And he's going to be able to do that for a long period of time. And then, the third offer, he's going to be able to collect a good amount of money over a longer period of time, but he's not going to have the headaches of, being a landlord. He's not going to have the headaches of repairs on a property. Absolutely nothing. He's just carrying the note. He doesn't have to pay any capital gains taxes. He's not going to really pay much taxes as it is, and he's still going to have an income in addition to his already stable income from the government. So he's going to have two incomes. He's going to have his fixed income from the government, which he was ex-military, so he's also getting a pension from the military, getting his retirement check. I don't know if he's getting a pension anywhere else. Plus, he's going to get an income from us. And the fact that it's two houses, even if we're paying him $300 a month per house, he'll be making an additional $600 to what he's already making. And I'm pretty sure he'll enjoy that. Not only that, he's not going to have to pay the taxes on the house. He's not going to have to pay light bill, water bill, which he's already paying right now. And also the maintenance, upkeep, lawn care. And you want to point that stuff out. Like he told me, yeah, I pay, quite a bit of money to keep all these lawns maintenance. And I told him, hey, you know what? Well, I'm going to make sure that I can give you an offer so that way you can forget about that lawn maintenance and focus on something that's going to bring you more value to your life than spending money on lawn maintenance or maintenance on these homes. And I'm glad that I was able to film for so long. I got a lot of the conversation. I wish I would have been able to film a little bit longer, just because it was a very long and deep conversation with him about the properties, about his family and growing up in the house. And it was really good to enjoy and listen to it. He almost cried during, the appointment. But it's cool, at least we're at a point now where we built massive rapport with the seller, and the seller likes us. He even said, I wish I could actually have a longer conversation with you guys. I want to hear that. That means that, hey, we're building a relationship with this person to the point where he's like, hey, I like those guys. I'm going to sell to them. Even if they're not the best offer, these guys really broke it down for me, gave me my options, which I'm going to do. I'm going to give him his retail option. If he wants to list it with a realtor, what he could possibly get. Flip option, rental option. And I'm going to give him, obviously, the plus of doing all that is going to be more money. But I'm also going to give the negative things that could happen in that entire time span. I know that he doesn't really have $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 to fix up these properties. So I know a flip is out of the question. But I'm still going to give him those flip numbers. That way he can understand what we're going to do and what it's going to take to accomplish the end goal, which is either flipping the property or renting it out. Now, he did get a quote from somebody else saying that he could basically repair the entire property for about $10,000, $15,000. But the style of job he was trying to do wasn't going to do nothing. I mean, what he was going to make in rent, I don't think he would have really been able to make any real money. And then on top of that, it's going to be shoddy work. It's just going to suck all the way around. Because there's a saying in Spanish that the cheap comes out expensive. If you're Spanish, I'm pretty sure you heard this like 50 times in your whole life. A lo barato le salen caro. And when you do cheap work like that, more than likely, you're going to have to come back and make repairs on the property on a consistent basis. Either every time a tenant moves out, or the type of tenant that you're going to attract is not a long-term tenant, or is going to be one of those tenants that is going to be a terrible tenant. Because if you're going to live in a house, and this is coming from my own experience, if I'm going to live in a house that has like old appliances, old cabinets, everything's old, I'm going to want to go into a nicer, newer house eventually when I'm able to. Or the type of guy that's going to stay there is going to be a guy of lower income, not knocking anybody that is lower income, but of lower income, who more than likely may be the type of person who will end up getting evicted. If you put in nicer cabinets, nicer fixtures, nicer bathroom, nicer everything, it's nice, it's clean, even if it's small, you'll attract the type of tenant that'll stay there for a longer term, 2-3 years, 4 years, solid income. Those are the type of people that you want to attract. I know that he's not going to really understand that he's not a real estate investor. He knows that he's not a real estate investor, and he's not trying to pretend like he is one. Some people do, some people don't. All depends. But he kind of understands that there's a limitation here, and he's kind of afraid to venture off into something that he's not really comfortable doing. So that's where I step in with my partner. We're going to try to give him the best deal possible, as well as we're trying to give him, the most amount of money that we can possibly give him while still being profitable. And he understood straight up. He was like, look, I know you guys are trying to make a profit, but give me some numbers and help me understand what I can get and what my choices are, so I can make a good decision on what I'm going to do with the property. And I'm happy to do that. Even if he doesn't go with me, I want to bring value to his life by giving them the best possible solutions to his problem. So that's it for today, guys. I mean, we didn't have any real outbound marketing. I sent out some text messages this morning. No real response off of that. I actually haven't even checked it since I came back home. Had a bunch of other stuff that I had to handle. Ate some dinner with my wife and the kids. Nothing really of, like, oh my gosh, I did so much today. If anything, I feel like today was a lazy day and I didn't really get much done, and I'm hoping that tomorrow it's going to change a little bit. And finally, I'm closing my deal, my subject to deal. You guys can check out the videos. I've been making videos of this subject to deals for over a year and a half, almost 2 years, since 2019. Been holding it. March the 9th, I think, is going to be my 2-year anniversary of owning that property. And I'm finally going to sell it. It's finally going to close tomorrow. Oh my God, it's going to close tomorrow. I'm hoping it closes tomorrow. Again, the attorney sucks that's handling it, but I can't do anything about that. As soon as it closes, though, I am going to be super happy. Got a lot of stuff going on now. We are trying to still pound all of our marketing, as well as I'm possibly hiring a second cold caller. I'm not going to hold my breath on it, but it's a possibility I might have a second cold caller. I'm really happy because, it's exciting. I want to grow. I want to grow as much as possible while still being as profitable as possible. And I'm hoping that I can make that happen. Really hoping. And, who knows? Who knows what could happen? I am going to cut this vlog short. Hope you guys found some value. Hope you guys got to get an idea of what goes on during an appointment. I know that you didn't get the full picture, but I'm glad that I was able to show you guys what went on, what we were looking for, what we were looking at, and as well as what the seller's questions, concerns, complaints, just what goes on during an appointment in reality. There's no other way I can put it. So I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys found some value in this, and I will catch you guys on another vlog.